All right, bro, it's T, and I'm back with another video, and this video's on none other than Alpha Destiny, because I got a request. Somebody asked me to go, hey, man, T, could you do a video on Alpha Destiny? You guys can't ever get enough Alpha Destiny, eh? Manlet power, bro, yeah! So, 2022, his 2022 goals. All right, the New Year goals or whatever. Let's watch this video, bro. For Destiny. Gonna have a good laugh. I always have a good laugh when I watch Manlet Destiny. Manlet Destiny, that should be called, that should be his new channel name. Manlet Destiny. He's always complete. He admits that he's a manlet. He says he's a manlet, whatever. What man, he says it's manlet, bro. Anyways, let's see this. Let's check this out. All right, here we go.
Hey, you want to get leaner, stronger, learn some cool calisthenics, body weight skills.
No thanks, I don't want to learn any of this stuff.
Now,
there it is.
Happy New Year, everybody. 2022
Happy
finally
New Year,
here,
bro.
and I couldn't be more excited. Last year was filled.
Does he not look like Jason Blaha? I swear, bro. This is like the copycat of the industry, bro. I don't know what's going on here, but this thing is just going like wildfire, man, through the manlet community. The anger issues, bro. We're angry. We gotta look tough, bro. We gotta look tough because we're small. We're small and tough, dog, bro.
With interesting surprises. PR.
It's not my fault that he didn't grow taller, man. You know what I mean? Taller and bigger. I can't help it.
Left and right, but most importantly, evolving the natural community. For the first time in a long time, I'm feeling extremely hopeful. Positive thoughts all the way. I know we're moving in the right direction. I can see it across various other channels that are preaching the same message and in the comment section. It's never been this tight before. And I'm honestly so proud of you guys that we're setting the bar higher, not falling for bullshit, and just not being put down anymore while seeking higher quality.
Just not being put down for being a manlet anymore in the community, bro. So we gotta fucking do something about this, bro. We just fucking gotta get gains, bro. I don't know.
Information. Like, this is the time to shine. We're going to make
this is the time to shine, bro. We're gonna make it better.
Significant changes in personal growth, even if external factors aren't favorable. Because even though a lot of us are going through some things, the world isn't quite back to normal yet. That doesn't change the decisions that we get to make. Get it?
The decisions that we get to make, bro. Sometimes you cannot control it if you don't have control over it. Why worry about it, bro? Get it? That's what I say. I don't control it. I have other things to do.
Educated and trained without excuses. Just because your friend quit lifting doesn't mean you have to. Just because you're not motivated doesn't mean you can't set higher goals for yourself.
Yeah, sure.
This is a long-term game. Discipline must be the driving force. It's important to keep yourself in check and not settle for less. And that's what I'm going to do this year. No more laziness for anything. So how about you give me your goals in the comment section, and I'll provide mine, so we can all keep each other accountable. Let's freaking do it. So let's cover my fitness goals. As you know, last year I got a 405 bench, 225 OHP, 4-plate pull-up, and even got shredded, all in the same year. It was honestly one of my most productive years yet, comparable to 20.
So he got he got shredded, he got skinny, and his goals are 2022. Or 2021, he got skinny, bro, and all that. He's got these heavy lifts. He's practicing at lifting heavier. You gotta really listen deep into what this guy's saying.
16, in terms of like massive gains all the way through.
Massive gains all the way through, bro. Does he look to you like he made some massive gains all the way through? Does he look like he made massive gains all the way through, bro? I don't see any massive gains, bro. I don't know what any of you seen. Maybe I'm blind or something. Maybe to you the massive gains is lifting something heavy, being practiced at lifting something like a factory worker, getting better at lifting heavy boxes all day. But to me, these are not gains. Get it? These are not gains, bro.
And I have a feeling that this year...
Here's the massive gains that he's making. I'll prove it to you. See this? This is from NCBI, National Library of Medicine. They do not lie here, bro. Get it? This is all practiced through. All right? It says muscle fiber hypertrophy in response to 6 weeks of high volume resistance training. In trained young men is largely attributed to what? Sarcoplasmic hypertrophy. So if you're trained, what gains muscle are you building? It's artificial muscle. You understand me? It's sarcoplasmic hypertrophy. I'll tell you why. Because I showed you in my community section, this overload, whatever it's called. Hold on, maybe I'll even bring it up. I'm going to try to educate you more on this so you understand what adapted, unadapted, what these things get you. See? Look, I told you, I know a lot more than what you think I know. That's why I don't bring it all out in one video. It's nuclei. Think it's that. Okay, overload training. Hold on a second. It's this graph again. Here it is. Okay, it's a nuclei overload training, whatever. Myonuclei overload. Hold on, training. This map right here. So in this map, you'll see it says, this is from myonuclei overload training, precedes hypertrophy and not lost, detraining, blah, blah, blah. Whatever. It's a section in NCBI. I'm not going to bring up the whole thing. Untrained first training satellite cell. This is your newbie gains. When you were untrained, your first training, you got the satellite cell fusion. It only happens when there's an overworking of an untrained muscle or unaccustomed or something unaccustomed or unfamiliar forms that you're doing. This could be an unfamiliar form as well. This could be unaccustomed. This is pretty much the same thing. Now, this is based on hyperplasia. These satellite cell fusions, they only come out in hyperplasia. They split, they divide, and they fuse to these cracks, these like the domes, like once Greg Doucette said in his video, the cracks, and then they fill in the cracks and all that in the domes, get it? And then you get these domes. But after that, you adapted because you stayed there. You're trained. You're training now. So you're adapted. So you're not getting this no more. What you're getting, this is a technique you got to keep doing this again and again to keep getting this again and again and again. It makes you muscularly stronger, see? Myofibular, it's based on myofibular hypertrophy. Refers to when the number of myofibulars increase. The number increase. See the number, the myofibulars, they increase. The number, they increase, bro. See that? This causes muscles to increase in strength and density. Strength and density. Now, all of you, what this guy's telling you, the gains and all of that. If you're a trained athlete training, you see how they always say, oh, we're doing these studies in untrained athletes. Untrained because they need to see what they're getting. They always will get that in untrained athletes. Now, trained athletes, what are they getting? High volume resistance training. And what is this? This is muscle fiber hypertrophy. Remember what I told you about muscle fiber hypertrophy? What is muscle fiber hypertrophy? What is muscle fiber hypertrophy? What is it? Hold on, here's sarcoplasmic. I think I put it here somewhere. I'm not sure exactly. I think it's here. Hypertrophy. What is fiber hypertrophy? Fiber hypertrophy refers to an increase in the size of the cell. Increase of the size of the cell. The cell is getting bigger. So that must mean that the fiber must be is getting bigger a little bit. Now, how big does it get? How big do you think that fiber can get? Depends. It can get very big if it gets this sarcoplasmic hypertrophy. See that? So muscle fiber hypertrophy in response to 6 weeks of high volume resistance training in untrained young men is largely attributed to sarcoplasmic hypertrophy. Now, does sarcoplasmic hypertrophy make you stronger? Sarcoplasmic hypertrophy refers to the increase in the volume of sarcoplasmic fluid in the muscle cell with no actual increase in muscular strength. See? No muscular strength. Think the pump guy. That's what all you are getting out there. Get it, man, now? You fucking get it, man? Do you fucking people out there fucking get it in your brain, your sick brain, that if you're fucking training, you're getting water muscles, you're not getting fucking strong? Oh, I know. You're gonna fucking say with this fucking joker that you're getting stronger because you're lifting something heavier. Want me to fucking prove that too as well? Alright, motherfuckers. I'm gonna prove to all you motherfucking minions of this fucking sucker that all of you are fucking weak as a motherfucker. What? Hold on a second. Myocytic androgen receptor. This is from the National Library of Medicine, bro. See this? So we know now you're not getting any muscular strength, bro. So what kind of strength are you fucking getting, you fucking minions? You're getting androgen receptor strength. See that? Androgen receptor controls the strength, not the mass of the limb muscles. What controls the mass? Well, food controls the mass, but these hypertrophies control this mass as well with the food. If you're not eating food, then you can't get any of that. First comes the food, then comes the hypertrophy, then comes the strength and the mass and everything else. Bro, get it? Yeah. It doesn't come the opposite direction. Lift something heavy. I gotta get it stronger, and then I'm gonna get it bigger, and then I'm gonna get it stronger. No, it doesn't work that way, bro. See? All right. So this is for maximum force production. So this controls the strength for what is it required for maximum force production right there. Maximum force production. For what gives you this maximum force production are these myocytic androgen receptors, which control the strength. They control that strength for maximum force production. Get it? So you thinking you got stronger, you never got stronger, bro. But you are able to get more of these myocytic androgen receptors. Now they can get wider, and your hormones, they bind to them. Now, if you're lifting weights, you kind of increase your hormones. And if you're eating, they increase even more these molecules. Boom. And giving you they fool you into thinking that you're stronger, but you're still smaller. So how could you be stronger if you're still smaller, but you got better at lifting something heavier? Get it, bro, through the brain? All right, bro. So let's go on back to this minion.
Going to be even more of what you saw because we're going hard on something that I've been lazy on for years.
Here's another thing. Did he ever tell you how he bypassed the myonuclear domain size limit? How did you bypass it? You all did it by accident. This is from PubMed, by the way, National Library of Medicine. Huh? How did any of you bypass this myonuclear domain size limit? He explained how to bypass this. It says that MND size has a ceiling limit during hypertrophic process, beyond which extra myonuclei are donated by satellite cell to further any more muscle growth. And when did this stop? At the age of 15, bro. It stops at the age of 15. You don't get any more myofibulars. So how do you continue getting more of them? Well, they tell you here. They tell you in this map. They tell you how to get more of them. But none of you are doing that. Get it? They explain it there. They really do explain it. So I want to know how do any of you get over it? How did you get over it? How do you motherfuckers getting over this myonuclear domain size limit to grow more muscle? I know. You're trained. You get sarcoplasmic hypertrophy. But you think that sarcoplasmic hypertrophy, looking like this bubble ass, is real muscle. You think that fluid is a muscle, bro. You're crazy. You're insane, bro. All of you are insane, just as insane as this motherfucker.
The lower body. Oh yeah, it's gonna be a lower.
He's training. This look that you're seeing here. Now he managed to get leaner, but I'm telling you, they all fake it in the end. They're taking creatine. A lot of these people, these fitness people, everything, it's because they can't make it, because they don't know how. They don't understand the science behind it, because they don't have a degree in science or anything. They never went to school to learn any of this stuff. So they don't understand these concepts of how what he's training for by lifting heavy is myocytic androgen receptor. That's myocytic androgen receptor training. This is what he's training. All right. Now, this him being in this trained state, he's getting this. Him being training in trained young men. You're adapted. So what you're getting is you're largely attributed to sarcoplasmic hypertrophy. That's what he's getting. You all are doing muscle fiber hypertrophy. You're going to the gym. I'm getting bigger. I'm getting bigger. I'm getting bigger. I got a bulk diet. I got to do this diet. I got to do that diet. And actually, in fact, you don't need to do any bulk diets or anything. The only thing that this energy source, what is this? This is an energy source, bro. Sarcoplasmic hypertrophy is an energy source. But what is it based on? Starch loading, glycogen loading in the muscle. Now, you think drinking Coca-Cola is going to do that? No, sugar doesn't load in the muscle. Sugars don't load in there. They make it spike the insulin. They can make you insulin resistant with fats. But no, not sarcoplasmic hypertrophy, bro. It's based on glycogen loading training. Glycogen loading training, whatever you want to call it. Get it? That's how it works. So is he stronger by holding more of the sarcoplasmic hypertrophy? No, but he's impressing you, trying to impress you with the look. But it's fake. He's not stronger. He's a young guy. So he's training for myocytic antigen receptor training. He's training for this. Sorry. He's training for this. Antigen receptor strength. That's what he's training for. So he can get maximum force production, bro. For maximum force production. That is what he's training. So his training is he's not really strong. He's not really strong, muscularly strong. And so when he gets older, he's going to get very, very, very weak. But he's been training for myocytic antigen receptor training. But if he goes away for at least a month or something, a couple of weeks or a week or 2 weeks, whatever, these myocytic antigen receptors, they go away very fast. Within 10 days, they tell you in science, myocytic antigen receptors within 10 days, they go away. I don't know if I can find it on here. Detraining anabolic energy. No, that's not. Does exercise increase androgen receptors? Skeletal muscle androgen receptor expression increases with acute exercise in correlation to free testosterone when comparing men and women 30, 50, and okay, show testosterone. Yeah, see, that's what it does. Okay, so I don't know. There's something in here. I can't find it right now. Oh, here's the myocytic androgen receptor pulse. Oh, this is a pulse. This isn't. Okay. They usually go away very quickly. Okay, this is that section that I told you about before. Remember, overload, training, whatever. The map comes from here. Myonuclear overload, exercise, proceeds hypertrophy are not lost on detraining. That circular map comes from right there. See that? Where these nuclei come from? It tells you previously untrained muscles acquire newly formed nuclei by fusion of satellite cells preceding hypertrophy. There you go. That's how you get them. That's how you get them. So yeah, that's in this section. But I don't want to go there. I wanted to find a section to tell you about this, the androgen receptors. They go away within 10 days. I don't know where to find it right now. I don't remember which one it is. Just a second. That's why I didn't pop this up right away. I should have brought it up. What exercise increase androgen receptors? Oh, this is an interesting one. Muscle skeletal androgen receptors expression increase with the acute. Yes, yeah, that's what I said. Correlation with free testosterone. So they increase with exercise. So if they increase, hold on a second. If they increase with exercise, if they increase with exercise in correlation with free testosterone, so they increase with acute exercise and correlation with free testosterone, that's where they come from. That's what he's doing. This is the training that he's doing. And this fake muscle look training is probably creatine and it's sarcoplasmic, bro, because he's adapted.
Body heavy year.
He's not muscularly stronger.
My first goal.
So there you go. I prove everything that I say.
To exceed my previous leg size, which was 26 inches.
That's very easy. Just keep doing what you're doing, bro. Right here. Fiber hypertrophy. You're just training it for sarcoplasmic, largely attributed to sarcoplasmic hypertrophy. So continue in your fake training.
Let's go above that.
All right.
26.5.
26.5.
I don't need 27. And even then, this is huge for a guy my height. So basically, it's time for me to focus more on the quads, which have been lagging for years compared to my posterior chain.
Very easily accomplished through sarcoplasmic hypertrophy. You just have to increase the sarcoplasm. It's very easy. It's based on starch loading, glycogen loading in the muscle. That's all. Glycogen loading, bro.
Not that they're weak or small by any stretch of the imagination, but from a ratio standpoint,
they are weak. They are weak. And they're still small because you never grew any more myofibulars. They're small because you're loading fluid in the muscle, bro. That isn't muscles. And so you've got to force production through myocytic androgen receptor training. That's what you're doing. You're doing myocytic androgen exercise training. You're doing this. Exercise increase androgen receptors. Receptor expression increases with acute exercise in correlation with free testosterone, bro. That is what you're doing, bro.
At that point, I really practiced what I preached. It was all about the glutes and hamstrings. If I'm being honest, I'd still say I'm not a fan of tree trunk legs. But it doesn't matter. Still going to go for it. Let's get some all-time PRs. And for that,
all-time PRs.
I like to push my squat up higher. Something that you guys have never seen me do on this channel. Now keep in mind, I'm severely detrained in this movement. I've probably been...
He's severely detrained in this movement, but he's still training. So he's not really detrained. Detraining would be this. I just showed you in this map. This is detraining. See? It says here, detraining. And then it would atrophy and then retraining again. They're explaining something to you, but you're not quite understanding what this is. He's not really detraining, bro. He's adapted. He's just moving. He's constantly in a perpetual state of lifting. So he's simply increasing the volume of the amount of weight that he's using. So he's still trained. So he's increasing that slowly. He's not to get this myofibular hypertrophy, it has to be overworked in a detrained state or untrained state. Get it? It has to be an overworking a lot. He's not doing any of that because he's lazy.
The laziest natty fitness influencer of all time regarding squat training. And not because of any physical limitations, I'm actually built to squat. My leverages are better for squats than the bench press. You can see that in my demonstration videos. My torso is very upright, and no matter how I do it, wide stance, close, low bar, high bar, every position suits my anthropometry. So might as well take advantage of that. And for that, I'm going to select a 500-pound squat to be the goal. Though I'll also be honest in saying I don't care about that. To me, it's really a side effect of getting...
I don't care about that side effect. Anthropometry and all these. Guys use fancy words and everything. I don't need fancy words to prove what I say, bro. I just need to understand what it is the goal is that we need to achieve. And I don't want to waste my time doing fake things trying to achieve what I want to achieve. Get it? If I want myofibular hypertrophy, that's what I want. If I want to get sarcoplasmic hypertrophy, then that's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to do something and then thinking I'm going to get myofibular hypertrophy while I'm doing sarcoplasmic training, or I'm doing myocytic androgen receptor training because I'm trying to get muscularly stronger, maybe for a sport, wrestling, whatever, and I want to beat the shit out of people, get it? Or break arms in arm wrestling. I don't have time to do fake fucking lifting. Oh, it's a carryover. Powerlifting is going to be a carryover, whatever, bro. It's a waste of fucking time,
bigger
bro.
legs as a whole. And it might not even happen this year. Maybe 4.5 plates.
What if I want to be a fast runner or anything? You think this is going to help me sarcoplasmic training, bro, or lifting a heavy weight is going to make me faster in some way? You're crazy, man.
More realistic. I honestly have no clue at this point. I haven't given myself enough time to know my potential. And to build it up, I'll of course be showing all that in workout videos, which will primarily consist of max effort squats, rotating all the possible variations with the SSB, the straight bar off a box, chains, not as much band,
Okay, whatever.
etc. Can't have weak links, and because an injury will set you back. Therefore,
an injury will set you back. Let me explain something to you. First, you get the money, then you get the power, then you get the woman. It isn't the opposite, woman, power, and money. First, you get stronger. You do myofibular hypertrophy. You get your body as strong as possible. Get it? See that? So you don't get injuries. You understand me? So there's a formula to do that. There's a particular formula to do that. And then you can do everything else if necessary, lifting, running, sports, whatever else you want to get. So if you want to become faster and better, bigger, better, stronger, and faster, you must do myofibular hypertrophy. Now, all these other hypertrophies and hyperplasias, whatever else you want to do out there, you can focus on them later. Get it? But you must get that first. See what I'm trying to explain to you? To achieve that, you need money and food and myofibular hypertrophy. First, you get the money, then you get the food, and then you get the myofibular hypertrophy. You do that. That's how you get it. See? And then after that, you get all the rest of this bullshit stuff that he's talking about, baloney stuff, fooling around and whatever. You're never going to get injured doing that. Because all these ultrastructural muscle injuries that you get in the structures, they become stronger. They fill in like the cracks, like the domes, like the guy said in the video, the domes, the cracks. Get it? They fill in.
I think overuse injuries is at the top of this list.
Overuse injuries. You shouldn't be getting injured. You're getting injured because you're training for myocytic energy receptor strength, bro, for maximum force production. You're not training for muscular strength.
Anyway, that's all there is for squats. Now I want to talk about the real main goal for lower body performance.
Shit, here it comes, bro.
Getting a 600-pound deadlift, which should be fairly doable.
Getting a 600-pound deadlift. So the whole goal is to get a 600-pound deadlift. I love how he tries to. Look at this, bro. He's really got you sucked in now, man. All you manlets, bro. This is manlet syndrome, bro, to fucking destroy you.
Already pulled 565 with ease.
I pulled it 565 with ease. Yeah, because you're young. Young people are always, they're still going to be muscularly strong. You lose this muscular strong when you get old, bro, right away. It tells you in science, satellite cells start dismantling and everything. It's muscularly strong. That's why people walking with canes and shit out there. What do you think? What do you think? They're strong for life? When you're young, you're strong. You're muscularly strong. And then you get these androgen receptors, whatever, but to a certain degree. But you're not muscularly stronger, bro. You understand me? You wouldn't win at wrestling and anything, and any of these things. You're not. Yeah, you probably would. You'd be pretty good, but you're not exceeding that. You won't be better at it, and you won't get injured if you're muscularly stronger.
I wasn't even in the peak state. So, my pulling position of choice will likely be sumo, because it's better suited for anthropometry. I've come to realize over the years, conventional does not agree with this build. I am completely bent forward like a Penley row. Can't get the leg drive I want, and in general, they have always fell off. So if I'm trying to display my best pulling performance as a 1-rep max, why would I choose the least favorable style for me? Doesn't make sense. Now, it doesn't mean I won't train it as a max effort movement, or just throwing it once a blue moon into the program, but I'd much rather emphasize Romanian deadlifts, which is a pure hip hinge that involves the exact same muscles as a conventional deadlift. I can get those maximally jacked. The carryover is still brutally high. It's better on recovery, superior stimulus-fatigue ratio in general, and I have serious goals for that as well. So it's not just shooting for a bigger 1-rep max. I would like to pull 500 pounds for 10 reps on the RDO, which is a psychotic goal. Might not happen this year. So perhaps it's more realistic to say 4.5 plates for 10. I really want to do that, which is also going to be great for hypertrophy. And the final deadlift goal will be surpassing my 700 trap bar.
What a goal,
Now,
bro.
I can't really overload it that much.
What a goal to be better at lifting something heavy like a factory worker. What a goal to have. He's like, he wants to get the girl first, then the power, then the money.
More would have to be with chains, so perhaps turning my warm-up max into my 3 to 5.
You're not strong, bro. You're not muscularly strong. The structure is weak, bro. He's small. He wants to impress you in his little videos by being muscular. But taking creatine, creating a fake muscular look with creatine. I tell you, these fitness people, they all fake it in the end, bro. Like this dude, bro. This guy's hilarious, man. I don't know.
700 pounds for 5 reps. How insane would that be?
How insane would that be? 700
Let's see
pounds.
what happens.
Wow. Let's see
Just
what happens.
Just gonna keep working on this yoke, getting the lower body thicker. And with that said, let's now talk about upper body goals. As you know, I benched 4 plates, and I was debating whether or not I should go maintenance mode for a little bit because I was burnt out. It was a long grind. I started chasing.
How did he bypass the myonuclear domain size? I know how he bypassed this myonuclear domain size limit, bro. I know how he bypassed the myonuclear domain size limit where the progenitor is not donating any more extra nuclei to that domain to further any more growth. Satellite cell at the age of 15. I know how he bypassed it. He's a trained athlete. He's trained young man. Largely attributed to sarcoplasmic hypertrophy. That's what he got, bro. He's got this, man. He's got sarcoplasmic. Increase the volume. Think the pump, bro. But with no muscular strength. No. With no actual increase in muscular strength. He's got no muscular strength. You say, well, but you're going to say the Manlet is strong, bro.
And that in 2017. And you've
strong.
Seen
yeah, because he's been training the muscles. He's been training for receptor training. Androgen receptor training. Strength. That maximum force production, bro. A lot of you fucking people out there doing that.
So when I finally got it, I was like, wow, this is great, but now I need to lay low for a bit.
This is hilarious, man.
I realized I am ready for some more gains. Might as well, because
he's ready for more gains.
We're still going to train hard. The only difference now is I won't be maxing out twice.
The only thing is he's not making gains. The only gains he's making is myocytic androgen receptor training. And I told you, they go away really fast. Within 10 days, if you're not training, after 10 days, they start going away. Yeah, they start going away. So all that training is really for nothing. If you go away, if you have an accident, if you fall down or something, bro, they go away. They don't stick around. Now, if you build real myofibulars, muscles, they don't just like fucking go away. And they keep you really super strong and being able to lift heavy stuff for quite a long time. It just doesn't go away. Even when you're detrained, if you want to call it that, detraining, you can literally go detrain for 3 years. Because I remember I didn't live for 3-4 years or something, bro. I was super strong, man. I pushed through fucking doors and shit. I fucking punched through bags and shit. I just fucking wrecked shit. I didn't give a shit. I went to the gym. I could always squat 500 easy. I just 500. I fucking bounce it, throw it off. Shit at Gold's Gym. I went everywhere on a detrained state, bro. And I could still bench heavy at that time. I could still lift heavy. I could still squat heavy, man. And I was more of a squatting kind of person. I like squatting heavy stuff. I never really liked lifting stuff off the floor because I didn't see myself as a factory worker. But I could still lift heavy shit off the floor. I could do landmines and shit and all that. It wasn't a big problem when you're muscularly stronger because there's more androgen receptors. You got more of them. Like these Africans, they talk about it sometimes. They say, well, these people, there's different types of people, and some of them have more of these androgen receptors. Get it? So they exude more muscle, and so therefore they're more stronger, so they're able to do certain things. Get it? That's what they're trying to explain to you in science. All right, whatever. Let's go on with this goofball shit.
It's a week. But everything else is exactly the same, and I can see muscle memory kicking in really fast.
Muscle
Maybe
memory?
within 2 months, I'll already be back to a close to 405 bench. And at that point, if I'm matching all...
Muscle memory? Is that for muscles going to get memory? And to 405 bench. That isn't muscle memory, bro. You could call it that. It's myocytic androgen receptor training. It's this, myocytic androgen receptors. He may have lost it. He lost some of it. The myocytic androgen receptors, they went away. and then for maximum force production, and then he got them to come back again. That's all. He calls it memory, though. He's got the fake bro science. Let's call it memory.
Why in the world would I maintain?
Your myocytic antigen receptor training, bro.
Because I will be in a calorie surplus gaining weight. Very moment might happen again, just to say I don't care about maintaining the leanest state. Getting shredded actually confirmed that to me as well. So
he's maintaining it with what? Sarcoplasmic hypertrophy, bro. Sarcoplasmic hypertrophy. Muscle fiber hypertrophy is largely attributed to sarcoplasmic hypertrophy. See what I'm trying to explain to you? But not myofibular hypertrophy is not, because myofibular hypertrophy is very specific. It is when the number of myofibulars increases. See, they increase, bro. Myofibular hypertrophy, they increase. But how do you increase them? Everybody wants to know that secret, bro. Oh, they're the king of hypertrophies.
I'll be in a surplus. I'm pushing myself on everything. Why not try to get more records on the bench? Just to say, when I got 275 for 3x10 on the Swiss bar, that equated to 405. So if I get that again, well, I know I'm back at it. So
it doesn't have, this lifting doesn't have carryover to other sports. It doesn't really have carryover, but muscularly stronger, you being with more myofibular stuff, has carryover to every kind of sport. Running, you'll be good at running, this, that, whatever. Like I showed you this black guy in this video. He's just fucking amazing, bro. So yeah, it's a carryover to everything, having more myofibulars.
Might as well try to get 295 or 315 for 3x10. What would that equate to? 420 bench? No clue. And in general, I feel like there was more potential because my progress never slowed down. There were 0 plateaus, and I kept getting stronger. I mentally stopped myself at 4 plates because that's the big number. And some people even suspect that I could have gone 410 that day. But I'm not going to claim that. Point is, I'm capable of more. So I'm going to embrace that. Keep training hard and not be content with arbitrary numbers because we set our own limitations. So I can't say I have any specific strength goals beside that for now. I can say 200-pound pull-up, but that's not really on my radar right now. I would just say the bench, we can get a little bit more gains in there. But
his strength goals are these goals. I got to show you one more time, bro. His strength goals are based on anagen receptor strength right here. These are his strength goals for that maximum force production. Those are his goals. But his goals are not to increase in strength and density, muscles to increase in strength and density. He's not these goals, muscles to increase in strength and density through myofibular hypertrophy, because he doesn't train that. You understand me? You understand what I'm trying to explain to you? He is doing muscle fiber hypertrophy like all the rest of you, which is largely attributed to sarcoplasmic hypertrophy, which sarcoplasmic hypertrophy has no actual increase in muscular strength. See that? Think the pump, bro. The pump, bro.
For size, I do have an objective
for size
of finally hitting the legendary 17-inch mark.
The 17-inch mark. And he'll hit it with sarcoplasmic, largely attributed to sarcoplasmic hypertrophy. He'll hit that mark. It's not hard to do it. It's not hard. It's not impossible.
You already have that, and you lived a life.
And possibly through creatine use, which I believe he's taking creatine use. I don't know what I'm talking about. No, this is just for entertainment purposes only, but it's a belief that it's all these fitness gurus. They all admit it eventually. I think he said it too in his video once. He said he's taking creatine. So if he's doing that, he's faking it, bro.
Less than me, but
because you can't be lean and puffy at the same time. Get it? Puffed out. It's a very difficult process to actually get really lean. You'll be flat. So yeah, he got lean slightly, and he's young. So people with young, they're lean. I don't know what body type he is, man. Let's look him up, bro. I don't know what he is. He's a manlet. Christ, man, this is bullshit. All right. Mesomorph, endomorph, and ectomorph. So, I don't know. So this is basically him here. You have these three whatever. You have ectomorphs are skinny. Well, mesomorphs are natural athletic looking. So he's a skinny manlet. He's a skinny manlet. I wouldn't say that he was an athletic. He was a mesomorph. He was naturally athletic. I don't see that. Very few people out there are like that. But there are people that are like that. And I don't see him like being this ectomorph guy, this fat, chubby, whatever. I don't know, man. Or sorry, this other endomorph. So yeah, he's a skinny manlet. He was a skinny manlet. All right, that's what he was. All right, let's go back here.
And our genetics are all different. Arms are extremely stubborn for me.
Our genetics are all different. Yeah, our genetics. Look, our genetics, we're all different genetically. It's not our genetics are all different. We are genetically built differently. Sports guy, sports muscle, more myofibulars, the round fat guy, the tall skinny guy. And they have these issues. They'll tell you these issues, but I can break through these issues. I don't have a problem with that. So that's the differences. But building muscle is not genetic. You can build muscle. It's called myofibular hypertrophy. Ever heard of it? Yeah. Yeah. It exists, bro. Yeah. There are many hyperplasias to get hyperplasia. There's only one. Hyperplasia is one thing, more cells, but there are many different ways of getting it. Now, hypertrophy, can you get your muscles to hypertrophy? Yes. Fiber hypertrophy, myofibular hypertrophy, sarcoplasmic hypertrophy. So there are many different hypertrophies. So hyperplasia, are there more than one way to get hyperplasia? Yeah, you could stretching, repeated stretching for hours and hours and hours, and bang, and you get this overworking of an untrained muscle. Yeah. Unaccustomed exercise. Yeah. Unfamiliar forms on the farm. Yeah. Kind of gets you that. See that? Yeah. Kind of does that. Kind of works that way, bro.
Bench 4 plates, they were 16.5 inches, cold flex. Which, by the way, is big for a guy my height. I'm only 5'5.5". So 17.
He's only 5'5.5". I believe he's 5'4". But anyways, they'll always say they're taller than they are.
Poor dude is not the same as 17 on a guy with 6 feet. Please keep that in mind. I want to keep working towards that goal. No matter what, I will never give up.
I will never give up. I'll work towards that goal to the end, bro, until I die, to get those 17-inch arms off from 14 to 17, bro. Now he's trying to tell you they're 16. And he said he went down to 14. So what the fuck, bro? He said he got skinny, he's 14.
Getting 17-inch arms.
So he wants to go 14, 15, 16, 17. He needs 3 inches to get to 17, bro.
Naturally. This is...
Naturally. It's easy to get there naturally. It's easy to get there artificially, but through natural means, artificial muscles. They call that sarcoplasmic hypertrophy, bro. You can get these 17-inch arms through sarcoplasmic hypertrophy, but he doesn't understand what sarcoplasmic hypertrophy is because he's hung up on the fake stuff like the West Side and all this, and the both sides, the fake fitness industry stuff. He doesn't know what sarcoplasmic hypertrophy is. Does he ever talk about it? No. He'll talk about creatine and fake things, whatever. He knows creatine. But he doesn't know what sarcoplasmic hypertrophy is from myofibular hypertrophy, from fiber hypertrophy. Does he ever talk about it ever in any of his videos? Does he ever talk about these guys, this? Does he ever talk about this thing here? Does he ever talk about this, the map? No. Does he ever talk about what determines mononuclear domain size? It's reached ceiling limit. Does he ever talk about myocytic antigen receptor strength? But not the massive limb. This does not control the massive limb muscles. Maximum force production. Does he ever talk about any of these things, bro? Does he talk about this? And it's attributed to sarcoplasmic hypertrophy, blah, 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 untrained, trained state, being adapted, unadapted, adaptations. Does he ever explain these? No.
Objective, above all else. For that, it's going to be doing a lot of direct tricep work. And of course, emphasizing the biceps through.
Now you know what makes me a master and why I'm able to cut through this bullshit, this bologna, bro. Get the zero, bro. This man is getting good zero with the bullshit. Looking like Jason Blah.
Curls. I got the 4-plate pull-up. My biceps didn't improve as much as some of the elitists claimed. And I already knew that was going to happen.
I thought a bigger gets you stronger. Or a lifting heavier gets you bigger. Well, a lifting heavier doesn't get you bigger. See what I'm trying to explain to you? What gets you bigger? Food. but particular food as to what it is you want to accomplish within the hypertrophy world. They're specific foods and specific things that you're doing. It's very specific. Get it?
So when you
Even like in dieting, it's very specific. These are all specific things that you want to do to accomplish, to keep them there and keep them working so they don't stop working.
biceps are really stubborn, the compound movements are not enough. Obviously, keep training them. You will get much bigger biceps.
This is what he really looks like. He got you fooled in the lighting when he's lifting that weight. He's got you fooled in the lighting. He does it specifically to fool you. The lighting makes him look a certain way. And so when he's close up like this is what he really looks like. He's a manlet, bro. He's small. He's 5'4".
Biceps with a stronger weighted chin.
He's tiny.
But the number one way.
Hey, look. He's tiny. Look at this.
Emphasizing isolation work.
He's tiny.
That's what I'm going to do. Get these curls really
He's tiny,
freaking
bro.
strong. If I'm doing 3 sets of 10 with 135 pounds, that's going to be insane. Or
He
just
wants to always show you with that he's lifting something so he could cause all this force and his muscles are like, popping out, squeezing, and they gotta lift this thing off. So it's to impress you, bro. Get it? It's to impress all of you. You're easily
close
impressed.
to it, like 115 pounds. That shouldn't be impossible.
Sure, yeah, okay, whatever.
Everything else, the size will follow. So being jacked as a whole is still
Everything else, the size will follow.
extremely important to me.
Jack,
But
really
I want to hyper focus on my weak point.
focus on
And that's
my
going to be
weak point.
different for every
His weak point is he doesn't know what he's talking about. Get it?
person. Maybe you got massive arms, but no back. Doesn't mean
Maybe you got massive arms and no back because the displacement of whatever it is that you're doing, this fluid, is being displaced because you're not fluffing and pumping enough in that area. If that doesn't work in myofibular hypertrophy, you're pretty much there isn't any displacement in there. Get it? It's all even. It's all even. People try to say in my old pictures, "Oh, you don't have legs." I have legs because myofibular hypertrophy. It's all consistent in one piece. There isn't anything that's thrown off. There isn't one bigger than the other. I don't know.
stop training your arms, just that they won't be prioritized as much. Same thing here.
Unless, of course, you just do one group of muscle forever. Like, I'm just going to keep doing this once a week, just my arms. Well, if I only did that, then yeah, it would be thrown off, wouldn't it? Okay.
Still want to get swole everywhere. Put on another 2 pounds of muscle at the end of the year. That's
2 pounds of muscle at the end of the year. Christ, man. I'll never follow this guy.
2022. And
If that's the best all you could do to get artificial muscle growth is 2 pounds in the whole year, that's ridiculous. You're not building any muscle because I told you, you guys are all adapted, and muscles don't create in adapted states, and they have to be created through these muscle injuries. That's how they're created. Anyways.
hope we all stick to these goals that we set. Most importantly, ensure they're truly our own.
No
if
goals.
you're doing this for somebody else, you'll probably quit halfway through. Or you'll eventually realize that you made a mistake. I don't want that happening to you. You have to want it. All right, let's keep moving forward. Never stagnate. And with that said, I'm done talking for today. Happy New Year. Wishing you all the best of gains.
Happy failure, bros. Happy failure out there, bros. And I wish you you and his minions further failures to come for 2022. Keep failing, man. I just love it. I just love failure, bro. I love watching you people fail out there, man. It makes me fucking feel better than last time, bro. Yeah. Failure is like consistent in the fitness fake industry, bro. I'll see you in the next one. Tell me what you think about that. Like, subscribe. Failure better than last time for 2022 goals of Alpha Destiny Alex. Leonidas. I'll see you later, man. I gotta go, bro. This was just wrenching to watch, bro. I could literally rip these people like in shreds, man. You know that? I can rip them in shreds, and it's so simplistic. I'll see you in the next one. Ciao, man.